Mr. C, when are we doing King of Boys Volume 2?
Only God and Donatus knows. Today we're focusing on yet another Kunle Afolayan Netflix original, Swallow.
Don't worry, Mr. C. This one is about drug trafficking, so it's going to be totally different from his previous work, Citation.
Oh, okay. So it's not going to be a poorly paced, preachy movie where a man in power sexually assaults a young woman who is played not very well by a first-time actor filled with orange and teal everywhere and an awful wig?
There's more than one bad Tyler Perry wig. Hi everyone, welcome to Iroka Critic.
Critics with receipts.
I'm Mrs. Critic.
And I'm Mr. Critic. And of course, we have our stubborn editor, Donatus, with us. Donatus, say hi.
Today we're going to be reviewing Swallow, Kunle Afolayan's Independence Day gift to us.
Can we exchange it for cash?
Mr. C.
I can't believe we're pausing the KOB Volume 2 for this.
It's not that bad now.
It's not that good either. Can't we just use the citation review for this?
Actually, I think there are substantial differences, so please do the plot so we can actually start.
Waylaid by life's pressure in 1980s Lagos, Nigeria, Tolani becomes involved in drug smuggling with her streetwise friend and must face 3 fallout.
Okay, Governor Randall.
Your tenacity.
Do you have any technical stuff?
The sound mixing and design wasn't awful, I guess, and the costumes and props and locations looked appropriate for the time.
That's it? No lighting talk?
You said it, move on.
Can I say, the opening credits are really pretty and beautifully done.
Then we pivot to that cliched opening drone shot.
Okay, aside this is our good section, we usually make fun of starting a movie with an opening drone shot because it's become a lazy way of showing an establishing shot. But Kunle goes on to do one of the most beautiful and creative establishing shots we've seen in a while.
Yeah, I wish the movie ended after the first 5 minutes.
Mr. C. I think it's easy to take for granted how well Kunle is able to pull off period pieces that aren't just village movies. A handful of movies have pulled this off, but Kunle has a really good eye for production, even from a different era. There are some pretty solid performances in this. Deyemi,
Forgettable.
Eniola Badmus,
Forgettable.
Chioma Akpota.
Wait, was she in the movie?
Look, alright, the standout, without a doubt, is Ijoma Grace Agu.
I guess, but with her English in.
Big man good. Dash 2 of them. Give them their cuts.
Oh, pitch glish.
Say that me still our husband.
Her pigeon wasn't always 100%,
Don't worry, she go come around.
but she had a really good performance. There's this part in the plane towards the end, which is a combination of good directing and really good acting from Ijoma. It's a look and a realization on Ijoma's face that had been set up well previously in the movie, followed by the emotions. And don't you dare say anything about that scene, Mr. C.
I wasn't going to. It was a good scene. Just the wig on her head still looks funny though.
Ugh, fine, let's just do the bad.
Okay, so the wigs feel like Kunle is trolling at this point because you have to be trying to make wigs this bad.
Maybe this is Kunle's way of showing the economic class of the people of the time, because they wore wigs back then too.
I'm sorry, but I have Kunle Afolayan wig related trust issues.
Sometimes people will say funny here. They won't say, the meaning is not perfect. And really, I didn't want it to be perfect.
Okay. I felt the title cards were unnecessary.
I really wish we could stop doing it. It was bad when Suicide Squad did it. It's bad here too.
Yeah, when you freeze frame, you're telling us this person is important and we're going to learn something from this card. And not only aren't any or most of these characters important to the plot, it doesn't divulge any information we can't infer later on.
Yeah, and for a movie titled Swallow, you would be forgiven if you thought this movie was closer to a lottery than Citation in substance. But it takes almost an hour before we reach any swallowing or idea that this film will include drug trafficking, while we're being reminded that sexual assault is indeed bad.
Have you heard?
Just in case you forgot. There are a lot more scenes dedicated to Tolani and her pervy boss than...
I forgot to mention, he was good too. The actor, not the character.
Whatever. There are a lot more scenes dedicated to Tolani and her perverted boss than there are of Rose and her drug trafficking at Bar Cedric the Entertainer. And then what's up with this storytelling in general? Why is Tolani, who has tears in her eyes as she narrates the story of her suffering, why oh why are you telling your mother about the time you were going to the club doing in 1985? Why are you narrating conversations you weren't present for and also have nothing to do with your 1 month of suffering?
You can't be compared to my girl, Amanda, in Atlanta, man.
Come on, you have to admit, that's a little funny.
Why in the name of Orange and Till is Kunle trying to sell us this report to your boss for sexual harassment and it will be taken care of thing? Again.
Professor Ndiaye's employment with the university is hereby terminated with immediate effect.
Hold on. You did it. You solved sexual harassment. If only women in Nigeria just report these scummy men to the authorities, all of these scummy men will be out of their jobs.
Alright, Mr. C, you're really going off today. What's up?
I'm just sad that someone who I used to call my favorite Nollywood director seems to have fallen into a rut where he's going to be given important lead roles to non-actors, he's lost his sense of pacing, and he covers all his movies with this ugly-ass orange and teal color grading and awful wigs.
I'm sure you don't mean that.
Kunle used to lead the way. Now he can't even get out of his own way.
If you really liked Citation, you might like this one too.
Thank you.
There actually isn't too much wrong with the story.
Because there isn't much story.
I think Ijeoma's performance might make it worth it.
Yeah, but the other B stories are just nowhere as engaging and too much airtime is given to them, which affects the pacing.
Maybe this problem was from the book it was adapted from?
But I would say if you can't make a good film out of a book, maybe you should try a different book. I heard there are a few of them out there.
What's it matter?
Worth a recommend?
Yeah, sure. Watch it in 1.5 speed if you can, and if you're not tired of Mr. Afolayan.
Alright guys, give us a like if you enjoyed the video and turn on post notifications if you want to be notified when we drop KOB. And we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye. So these flies flying over the Soccerway until daybreak, because time is sped up, this means that these flies are moving over super slowly.
You actually don't have work.